Assalamu alaikum students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine by the grace of Allah. Students, as we all know that as per board's reduced syllabus, we had completed 3 units. First, the last sermon of the Holy Prophet. Second, Shah Abdul Latif Bithai. And third, the great visionaries. After completing these 3 units, we are going to start our 4th unit as per board's reduced syllabus, health problems caused by mosquitoes, which is at page number 109 till 112. Students, this unit has been divided into 2 parts. First part, part A, and the other part, part B. Page number 109 and 110 will be explained in this video, and next part of the video will be uploaded soon. In part A, we are going to study 2 topics, that is malaria and the other one is dengue. Students, basically this chapter is about giving awareness to differentiate among malaria, dengue and chikungunya. Students, today we are going to start 4th unit, that is health problems caused by mosquitoes. Malaria, dengue and chikungunya. All 3 diseases are spread by mosquitoes. The symptoms of all these diseases are so similar that it can be quite difficult to identify them for sure without laboratory testing. But it is important to find out what the exact disease is for it to be properly treated. Let us try and understand something about the causes, signs and symptoms, similarities and differences, and the prevention of these diseases. Students, we all know that malaria, dengue and chikungunya, all these 3 diseases are spread by mosquitoes. Whenever any person gets malaria, dengue or chikungunya, the symptoms of malaria, dengue and chikungunya are very similar or almost same, and it is very difficult to identify without laboratory testing. Students, let's try and understand what are the causes of these 3 diseases, signs and symptoms, similarity, and what are the differences, and mainly what is the prevention of these diseases. Firstly, we are going to study about malaria. Causes. Malaria is caused by Plasmodium, a single-celled parasite often transmitted by infected mosquitoes. It is injected into a person's circulatory system through the saliva of the mosquito. Students, we are reading at page number 110. The parasite infects the red blood cells until they burst. Then the newly developed Plasmodium from the burst red blood cells spreads and infects more red blood cells throughout the body, thus killing all the cells. This can lead to severe liver infection. Sometimes the infected red blood cells become stickier than usual and clot easily, which can lead to stoppage of blood flow to the brain, causing cerebral malaria. Malaria is a life-threatening disease. It is typically transmitted through the bite of an infected mosquito. Infected mosquitoes carry the Plasmodium parasite. When this mosquito bites you, the parasite is released into your bloodstream. Once the parasites are inside your body, they travel to the liver, where they mature. After several days, the mature parasites enter the bloodstream and begin to infect red blood cells. Within 48 to 72 hours, the parasites inside the red blood cells multiply, causing the infected cells to burst open. Causes of malaria. Malaria is caused by the Plasmodium parasite. The parasite can be spread to humans through the bites of infected mosquitoes. Because the parasites that cause malaria affect red blood cells, people can also catch malaria from exposures to infected blood, including from mother to unborn child, through blood transfusion, and by sharing needles used to inject drugs. Signs and symptoms. Malaria is recognized through high fever. The temperature may reach as high as 40 Celsius, that is equal to 104 Fahrenheit. Fever is often accompanied by chills and may also include sweating. Patients may also suffer from constipation, kidney dysfunction, and disorientation. Symptoms of malaria: fever, headache, and chills. The classic symptoms of malaria, fever, headache, and chills, typically appears 10 to 15 days after the infective mosquito bite. Dengue. Causes. There are 4 types of dengue viruses, all of which are spread by mosquitoes. An infected mosquito spreads the virus through its saliva when it bites. Dengue can also be transmitted from one human to another. For example, infected blood used in a blood transfusion can cause dengue. It can also be caused by organ donation or can even be transmitted from the mother to the child. Once the virus enters the body, it circulates around the body, attacking white blood cells and other antibodies, thus affecting the immune system. The virus further replicates within the cell until the cell bursts and dies. The death of the white blood cell results in leakage of other fluids from the cell, leading to low protein fluid in the lungs and in the stomach area, low blood pressure, shock, and eventually death. Dengue fever is caused by any one of 4 types of dengue viruses. You can't get dengue fever from being around an infected person. Instead, dengue fever is spread through mosquito bites. The 2 types of mosquitoes that most often spread the dengue virus are common, both in and around human lodgings. Signs and symptoms. High fever is followed by severe body pain, pain behind the eyes, and decreased urine output is also common. Dengue-related eye pain often increases with bright light. Patients may also feel respiratory difficulties and intense headache. As the fever decreases, skin rashes may start to appear. Another symptom is excessive bleeding. As the virus attacks the capillaries, the smallest blood vessels in the body, when the capillaries burst, blood escapes from the bloodstream. In severe cases, bleeding is common in the nose and gums. The loss of blood can lead to decreased blood pressure and may eventually lead to internal bleeding, shock, and death. Students, kindly note down the work which you have to do in your notebooks, in your copies. Question and answers. Question number 1. What are the common diseases caused by mosquito bites? Answer. The most common diseases caused by mosquito bites are malaria, dengue and chikungunya. Question number 2. Which specific part of the body becomes highly infected in cerebral malaria? Answer. Brain becomes highly infected in cerebral malaria. Question number 3. What can lead to severe liver infection when one has malaria? Answer. The malaria parasite infects the red blood cells until they burst. Then the newly developed plasmodium from the burst red blood cells spread and infect more red blood cells throughout the body, thus killing all the cells. This can lead to severe liver infection. Question number 4. How is the immune system affected through dengue? Answer. Once the dengue virus enters the body, it circulates around the body, attacking white blood cells and other antibodies, thus affecting the immune system. Question number 5. How often can one get infected with chikungunya? Why? Answer. One can get infected with chikungunya only one time. Once one recovers from this infection, one is immune to it for the rest of one's life. Question number 6. Which of the 3 diseases have similar symptoms? What are these? Answer. Both chikungunya and dengue have almost identical symptoms and disease processes. They are fever, skin rashes, body pain and headaches. Students, this was the part A for the unit 4. Now, next part of this video will be uploaded soon. So students, what you have to do, you have to complete and do the work which has been shown in this video in your notebooks. Take care. Allah Hafiz.